Cheers. That's hot. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are gonna love, especially if you're a Los Angeles Lakers fan. A lot of Laker fans out there want the Lakers to make big time moves, maybe a blockbuster trade, and so far, I'm gonna be honest, they haven't done anything really huge. But I got some good news for you guys. The Lakers just made a big move. They signed Damian Jones to another 10-day contract, which is the highlight of today's video. We're gonna be talking about the signing, talking about what to expect, and talking about if it was a good idea. So if you're a Laker fan and you want to know more, you're gonna love this. But quickly, before I get out of the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'll really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Lakers.
You know, one of the things you're always doing in the front office is you're running scenarios just to be prepared. You know, I've said at the beginning of the season, sometimes it feels like a grand chess game, and you want to study the moves and study what other teams are doing. And so we're always doing that. But at the same time, you don't want to tinker or change something that's working extraordinarily well. And so we'll be mindful of that too. We do have one open roster spot right now that at some point in the season will probably get use. We wanted to use the first, third to really see where the holes are or the needs are. But that's definitely a tool at some point that'll come into play. And, then you were talking about the trade deadline too. You never know what may come your way. And so we're preparing in advance for that just to make sure we're doing all we can to defend the title.
Literally in my video yesterday, I was complaining saying that the Lakers aren't making enough moves, or in other words, they're not fast enough. We just heard that their biggest competitor signed Blake Griffin, and because of that, a lot of people believe the Brooklyn Nets have become championship favorites. And with the Lakers in hot pursuit to defend their NBA championship, they gotta make moves, and I'm so happy they just did. I literally woke up this morning to a crazy tweet from Adrian Woj. This was the tweet. The Lakers intend to sign center Damian Jones to a second 10-day contract on Thursday, which is tomorrow, sources tell ESPN. And honestly, I'm so happy, and I approve and really like this move. Tomorrow on Thursday, it's going to be March 11th, which means Damian Jones is going to be on the Lakers roster until at least March 21st. And we all know what date's coming up after March 21st. March 25th is the NBA trade deadline. For those who don't know what a 10-day contract is, here is the definition. A 10-day contract is where a free agent signs a player contract which lasts 10 days. A team may sign a player to two 10-day contracts in one season. After the second 10-day contract, the team can only retain the player by signing him for the remainder of the season. A team can have more 10-day contracts than they have players on their inactive list. 10-day contracts are available to be used starting January 5th. Typically, if the team sees improvement in the player, they will usually re-sign them. If not, they are waived. The fact that Damian Jones is getting a second 10-day contract, it only means one thing. The Lakers like him, and the Lakers potentially see a future with him. So if you're a big Damian Jones fan and you support this guy, I know you're happy for sure, because Damian Jones is a center that nobody expected the Lakers to target when it comes to this year's NBA trade deadline or free agency market. And when talking about Damian Jones' perspective, I know he's excited because in a way, a second 10-day contract is kind of like a second chance. Because I'll be honest, in his first 10-day contract, he wasn't really good. Look at his stats. In the 3 games Damian Jones has played for the Lakers, he only averaged about 4 points, 1.7 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks. And I'm gonna be honest, these numbers are not good enough to deserve a second contract. And the fact that the Lakers are going to give him another chance, I believe he should use his opportunity and he must seize it. Look at his stats in the first 3 games. In the first game he played 8 minutes, he had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, went 3 for 3 for the field goals made, and 2 for 2 at the free throw. I'm gonna be honest, after seeing his Lakers debut, I was kinda impressed, because playing 8 minutes and putting up 8 points, that's not bad for a player playing for a championship team. After that game, I had high hopes for Damian Jones, but then in his second game, he wasn't that good. In the second game, he only played about 7 minutes, had 4 points, only 1 rebound and 1 block. And of course, if you compare these numbers to his first game, you were kind of let down. But then when you move over and talk about the third game, which would be the last game on his contract, Damian Jones in fact had the starting spot because LeBron James was resting that game and even Marc Gasol was not playing, which means Damian Jones had an opportunity to show what he's worth and show what he can do. And in 15 minutes, look at his stats. 0 points, 0 for 0 field goals made, only 1 rebound and 1 block. Come on, Damian Jones, you should be better than that. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of surprised the Lakers are giving him another chance, because in the 3 games he just played with them, he wasn't amazing. But with Damian Jones being a 6'11", almost 7-foot center, he weighs about 245 pounds, he has the ability to be a mobile defender, and with him still being young, he can potentially grow into a shot blocker and rim protector, and of course a rim runner, aka a player that can catch lobs from LeBron James and Dennis Schroeder. And I believe with his size and mobility, Damian Jones has a lot of potential, and being on the Lakers, he can only get better from here on out. From March 11th to March 21st, the Lakers actually have 6 more games they're gonna play. They play the Pacers on March 12th, play the Warriors on the 15th, the Wolves on the 16th, the Hornets on the 18th, Hawks on the 20th, and the Suns on the 21st. I'm not sure if a 10-day contract player can play all 6 of these games, but one thing's for sure, within these 6 games, we're gonna see some Damian Jones action for sure, as the Lakers wanna see what more he can bring to the table. And with Anthony Davis right now expected to miss the next week or so, I believe this is the best chance for Damian Jones to not just show the Lakers what he's worth, but also to show the NBA. So that even after this second 10-day contract, if the Lakers don't give him a rest of the year contract, another NBA team found his worth and signed him to a deal. I want Damian Jones to succeed. I like what I see from him so far. But to simply conclude my opinion on the second 10-day contract, I believe it's a good idea because the Lakers still have the opportunity to not sign him and then target specific players in the NBA trade deadline or the buyout market, which is the next part of this video. I want to talk about players that I believe the Lakers must target if ultimately they don't go with Damian Jones for the future. From what we are hearing right now, the Lakers are waiting patiently for Andre Drummond to potentially be bought up by the Cavaliers, and right now Drummond is their top priority. In the next 15 days, expect the Cavaliers to be making a lot of trade calls for Andre Drummond. I'm gonna be honest, from what it looks like, a buyout is definitely realistic, and if that's the case, the Lakers must pursue Andre Drummond, because if Andre Drummond goes to the Brooklyn Nets, I believe it's over for the Lakers. Another player that's being very popular linked to the Lakers right now is DeMarcus Cousins, and from what we're hearing, if the Lakers ultimately don't get Andre Drummond, DeMarcus Cousins is their plan B. We all know last year the Lakers signed DeMarcus Cousins to a 1-year contract, but of course with him getting injured, he didn't play a single game with them. But the fact that I'm trying to say is that the Lakers already had interest in Boogie, and with Boogie this season proven to be healthy and is saying that he wants to produce on an NBA championship team, the Lakers giving him a second chance, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Another free agent that I would love for the Lakers to target is Dewayne Dedmon, especially after the second 10-day contract with Damian Jones. I believe Dewayne Dedmon is more of an established NBA player than Damian Jones, but with Damian Jones being younger, I understand why the Lakers give him a chance first. A lot of Laker fans want Dewayne Dedmon because of his ability to spread the floor and shoot on a consistent level, but also be a pretty good rim protector. The fact that Damian Jones cannot shoot the ball means that Dewayne Dedmon has the advantage, but of course Damian Jones is younger and has a lot of potential to grow into a pretty good shooter. But if the Lakers don't go with Damian Jones, they don't get Drummond, they don't get DeMarcus Cousins, Dewayne Dedmon right now I believe is simply waiting for a call from Rob Pelinka. The Dewayne Dedmon rumors have been kind of quiet, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the upcoming week, his name becomes very hot in the free agent market. But one of my favorite targets for the Lakers is Hassan Whiteside, and I believe if the Lakers get Whiteside, it's a win-win situation. They're winning the NBA championship because the Lakers need rim protection, and Hassan Whiteside is one of the best in the NBA, even though right now he's in a tough situation. He's on the Kings, not a playoff team this year, and with Richaun Holmes and Marvin Bagley being their main frontcourt players, Hassan Whiteside is rumored to potentially be bought out or even to be traded very soon. With Whiteside only on a 1-year contract and expected to not re-sign, the Kings are going to either want to buy him out soon or trade him instead of losing him for nothing in this upcoming offseason. The Lakers can maybe offer up Tyler Horton-Tucker, even Markieff Morris, or Alfonso McKinney. Some would even say they should offer Marc Gasol. Getting Hassan Whiteside, in my opinion, is the Lakers' secret plan A, but they're just waiting on the Kings to see what they plan on doing with him. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Los Angeles Lakers and all the players that could potentially give them a dangerous frontcourt. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Which one of these centers do you believe is the perfect fit for the Lakers? Should they keep Damian Jones or should they go with somebody else? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!